Hi friends, hope you're doing good. Welcome. Today's video is going to be for jump rope beginners, that is people who are starting to jump rope. In case some jump rope experts happen to watch this video, I welcome them to leave their expert tips in the comment section so that it not only helps me but helps viewers who are learning jump rope. In today's video, we'll talk about 3 questions that most jump rope beginners face and are looking for answers. Me personally, when I started jumping rope, these are 3 questions for which I looked around for answers. So these 3 questions are: 1. How many jumps should I do in a jump session or on a daily basis when I'm starting to learn jump rope? Question 2. How frequently should I jump rope? How many days in a week should I jump rope? And question number 3, which in my view is a very important question, is how do I measure and track my progress with regard to jump rope workouts? The inspiration for this video is multiple comments I have received under different videos in the channel on this topic, and more specifically recently one of our viewers and friends, Vivek Bhai, shared his feedback, a detailed feedback on this subject with me through direct messaging on Instagram. So thank you Vivek for sharing your personal thoughts on this subject. Before we get into the video, let me share some personal background and stats with you. I have been jumping for about 3 years now. In fact, in the last 1.5 years or 18 months, I would say, my jumping has been more regular, more disciplined, and possibly a higher volume. For example, in the last 15 months, I have done 861,182 jumps. That is from 1,497 jump sessions. And I have spent 21,080 minutes jumping in the last 18 months. And I have burnt 319,883 calories. So this is how I track my jump rope. More about this later in the video. So during this last 3 years of jumping, I have learnt a few things which I hope I can share with you clearly in this video. So friends, let's get into the video with the question number 1. How many jumps should I do as a beginner per session or per day? Talking from my personal experience, I would say that in case you're starting out jumping rope, it is better to start small and progress gradually. If you start too fast, too soon, it is a perfect recipe for injury and possibly burnout. That is a situation all of us want to avoid. So how many jumps should we aim for as beginners? I would suggest that we split it into weekly plans. I'll explain that now. In the first week, I would suggest that you start with a jump session of 100 to 300 jumps only. When I say 100 to 300 jumps, I don't mean that you should jump without a break. Take as many breaks as you want. 300 jumps without a break is good if you can do it, or take even 10 breaks. 30 jumps, take a break, 30 jumps, take a break, and reach the 300 jumps. And I would suggest that jump for about 3 days in a week. Like you jump today, take a break the next day, the following day jump, the next day take a break. So 3 days in a week and maximum 100 to 300 jumps per day should be good to start with in week 1. In week 2, we'll follow the same routine, but let us increase the jump volume by maybe 100 to 300. First week we jumped 100 to 300. So week 2, let us look at say maybe 300 to 500 or 600 jumps. Here again, take as many breaks as you want. We are focusing on quality and not on quantity. I am not speaking about the jump rope form, precautions we need to take to avoid injury. All those things I have made different videos. Do check them out. But as a recap, jumps should be very soft. Jumps should be very low. You don't need very high jumps. Landing should be on the front portion of our feet. No heel contact at all. Slight bend in the knee. Arms as close to the body as humanly possible. So take care of these precautions. Low jumps, soft jumps, relaxed jumps, we can stay away from injury. Now coming to week 3, we can look at increasing the jump volume to say about 600 to 1000 jumps per day, continuing this 3 or 4 days of jumping per week. All this is again dependent on how you are feeling on that day based on the previous day's workout. If you are feeling good, go for a higher volume. You don't feel good, you have a slight irritation in your knee, there's a calf pain, or you're not feeling up to it, you can reduce your volume also. Now we go to question 2. How often should beginners jump rope? How many days in a week should we jump rope? In stage 1, we saw that over a period of a month, we were comfortable jumping about 700 to 1000 jumps in a jump session, and we were jumping about 3 days in a week. Now we can look at increasing it to 5 days in a week, keeping the volume the same, about 1000 jumps a day. And you can take as many breaks as possible. Please remember, we are not in a competition, we are not in the game to impress somebody, we are doing it for our self-improvement. So take your time. Most important thing is you should start feeling comfortable for you to progress to the next stage. So about 1000 jumps a day, 5 days a week, as long the time it takes for you to complete the 1000, take it. Okay, so we have addressed question number 1 and question number 2. And importantly, after a month of doing this, if you're feeling comfortable, your body is reacting positively to it, you can start touching 6 days a week also. And friends, listen to your body. Any feeling of discomfort, take a break. Recovery is as important as training. Now coming to the third question. How do we measure and track our jumps? How do we measure and track our progress? Which I think is a very important question and all of us should give due attention to it. At the beginning of the video, I told you some stats about myself. Like in the last 1.5 years, I have done 861,182 jumps from 1,497 workouts, spending 21,080 minutes jumping rope, and I have burnt 319,883 calories. I think you will know from where I'm reading these stats. These are from the Crossrope app, which I have been using for the last 1.5 years. And the biggest benefit I have seen from transitioning from a normal rope to a smart jump rope system like Crossrope is the measurement and tracking. I strongly believe in the concept of what cannot be measured cannot be improved. It applies to jump rope also as far as I am concerned. What I've noticed with all this tracking is that I keep challenging myself to improve from what were the numbers or stats as of yesterday. Do I recommend Crossrope AMP and app to all you viewers? 100% yes, because personally I use it. Personally I see a lot of benefit. It actually is a game changer, I would say. It plays with the human psychology in a good way. It pushes you to do more. But the problem is it costs a lot. For example, a basic setup of the Crossrope AMP system, which involves the 1-year membership for the Crossrope app, the AMP handles, and maybe a 1/4 pound weighted rope would set you back by around $230 to $250 US. So if you can afford it, it's a great investment. No doubt about it. There is no other app or there is no other rope which comes close to what the Crossrope app does as on date. I am 100% sure about it. But in case you don't want to invest on this app for whatever is the reason, some of us may be able to afford it, some of us may not be able to afford it, or some of us are just not convinced that why should we spend $250 for a jump rope workout ecosystem. So that's going to be a personal decision. So how do we track in case we don't want to go the smart app way? No problem at all. We can go back to the tradition, back to the pen and pencil way, which I used to do. What do? We finish our jump rope session today, take out the diary, write down the workout for today. What is the date today? I did 300 jumps. It took me 10 minutes. I took 6 breaks. Tomorrow I finish my workout. I come back to the diary. Tomorrow's date, I did 300 jumps. It took me only 8 minutes. I took 2 breaks. So once you start writing down your progress or your jump stats, your brain will automatically start doing the processing. Oh, yesterday I did 300 or 400 jumps in 10 minutes. I did that in 7 minutes today. Okay, let me target 5 minutes and 300 jumps tomorrow. I took 6 breaks day before yesterday. Let me try to reach my jump count with 2 breaks. So you'll start seeing the progress. So in case you don't want to invest on an app for whatever is the reason, no problem at all. Let us start using the best app. All of us are born with the brain. You will enjoy writing your workouts. You will enjoy doing the analysis and you will start seeing the progress very quickly. I'm telling it to you from personal experience. Certainly, yes, with the comfort of the app, I've stopped writing it down, but I remember the days I used to write down my workouts. It was an enjoyable experience. Try it, and if you like it, do please come back and leave a comment on that. So friends, we talked about 2 methods. One is using a smart jump rope app like Crossrope app, linked to the Crossrope AMP handle. Second method we talked was the traditional method of writing it down in a diary, which is one of my personal methods. And the third method, which is also very, very, very effective, is recording or filming yourself working out. It not only helps you to maintain, if we can call it a video diary, but it also helps you to evaluate your personal jump form. Are your hands too wide? Are you jumping too high? Are you landing too hard? You can do a self-evaluation and you will see that you will automatically see areas where you can improve for a tighter and a more efficient jump rope form. So there you have it, friends. If you're a jump rope beginner, start with very low volumes, focus on quality. 100 to 300 jumps a day, 3 times a week is good to start with. Depending on how you feel, how comfortable you are, increase the jump volume to say 600, 700 jumps per session. Increase the number of days to 4 or 5 days a week. And a month later, you will see that you are raring to go 1,000, 1,200 jumps a day or per session. And my only advice or a suggestion is that when you're starting out to jump rope, don't run after volumes. Like I want to do 3,000 jumps without a break, 1,000 jumps without a break. It's okay if you can do it. But I'm only worried that an early injury during the early stage of learning will create a little bit of disappointment, and there are chances that we fall off the road. So focus on quality over quantity. Take your breaks, listen to your body, enjoy your jumps, stay safe, take care, and most importantly, in case you found this video useful, do leave a comment. All comments are welcome. Till I see you in the next video. Bye-bye.